my fellow creatures, and welcome to the Graveyard Shift Horror Podcast, where we talk about horror films and TV shows, both past and present. I'm your host, Morticia.
And I am Brandon Balor.
And I know we're a little late, but here is week number 4 of 31 Days of Halloween. I've been a little busy with work, and we've just been busy in general, but, we're finally catching up, so that's good.
Halloween, birthdays, just lots of things.
Everything. It's been pretty hectic. But, we're back, and we will be having at least one show every week.
Yep.
Alright, so, we have, for our first day, my favorite vampire film ever, besides The Lost Boys, but we'll be getting to that one too. Fright Night, 1985.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fright Night's a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. Like, I could watch that movie any time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could watch it right now. I totally could.
Oh, I know.
But, one of my favorite horror actors is in it. God, I forgot his last name, but his name's Jeffrey. How terrible am I?
It's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad, but what can you do? But he plays Evil Ed, and he's probably the best part of the whole film. And it was written by Tom Holland. It was either written or directed by Tom Holland, but he's really good. He did Child's Play, and he played in Hatchet 2.
Mm-hmm.
And, the film's really fun. It features Charlie Brewster, which is this very curious kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, curious as in he spies on his neighbors with binoculars, which is kind of creepy.
Just a bit.
But, it ended up almost fucking him over.
Mm-hmm.
So to speak. Him and his girlfriend were sitting up in his bedroom, and he spotted what looked like 2 vampires moving into the house next door.
Mm-hmm.
And so Charlie, in his curious state of mind, decides to research this. And you know what happens?
Yeah.
He fucks himself over. He gets his friend killed and turned into a vampire, then killed.
Yep.
Then gets his girlfriend captured, raped, and turned into a vampire.
Bueno.
You're a very good person, Charlie Brewster.
Well done. You're so cool, Brewster.
I can't stand it. But seriously, it came out in 1985. It's one of my favorite, vampire films, but I would have to say it's, like, right up there with The Lost Boys. Like, favorite vampire film, hands down.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
yeah.
I remember when I, like...
Definitely the best modern vampire movie.
And what's great about that is it took inspiration from a lot of old Hammer films, if you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really like that.
Yeah. And
the whole, crucifix, you need to have faith in order for it to work. That was just, a brilliant touch, something different. And I have to ask one question, though.
Okay.
What in the hell was that thing that... You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the assistant. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Assistant?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it was supposed to be. He's obviously not a vampire because he stays out during the day.
And he doesn't, drink... Well, we don't see him drink blood, but I'm just assuming right now that he doesn't drink blood. But, when they staked him, and that was, they shot him in the head, and that wouldn't kill him.
Mm.
But they staked him like a vampire would
be staked. Didn't he explode or something? Or disintegrate?
He, started to melt and turn into this goo and stuff like that. So, maybe I'm thinking he might have been, some kind of supernatural zombie minion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something... He was definitely supernatural of some variety.
But they
never explained what he is, yeah.
I was just curious because that dude always creeped me out worse than Jerry Dandridge ever did.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys have never seen Fright Night, Jerry Dandridge is the head vampire in it. The remake was okay, but, it doesn't have that awesome touch that the original did.
Yeah, no.
But I would have to rate that one a 5.
Oh, definitely.
Hands down.
Definitely.
That doesn't get any downgradings. That is the perfect film, in my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But since we have a long show ahead of us, we're going to be talking about the new Halloween film. we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road, we might, we're not going to be, like, showing little facts.
Yeah, we're just going to be quickly talking about each movie so that we can get through everything.
Because Halloween, whew.
Yeah.
Just you guys wait. The next one we have for day one is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, 1986. And you know what? Ironically, we had chili that night.
Well, it was fitting. Dude,
I was like, it's perfect. I'm eating chili while watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah,
that... It was kind of gross, though, at the same time.
Yeah, especially because you think, you're eating people.
Thanks for that. I'm going to be eating chili again for dinner, thank you.
Yep, you're going to be eating people again.
Ah, fuck it. Anyway, alright, so it's a sequel, but it doesn't pick up, obviously, where the other one left off. I think it's like 10 or 12 years after the fact.
Something like that, yeah.
And they went missing. They cleaned up all their evidence after, Sally got away at the end of the first one, and I guess she reported it to the authorities.
Yeah.
And I guess when the cops got to the house that she told them about, they were already gone, which is actually pretty impressive. They cleaned up all that freaking evidence.
Yeah, they cleaned everything up and basically went into hiding.
I mean, hell, that is like, oh my god.
Well, I think they kind of knew. I think they kind of knew, like, after she escaped, that she's going to be telling the cops we need to get the hell out of here.
Dude, I can't get away with murder, so like, props to them. I guess they're a little smarter than I am on that fact.
On the crazy side,
On the crazy side, but they move into this like cave, underground cave that they make into their own home. And Chop Top.
Yes.
Chop Top.
What
do you think about Chop Top?
He's crazy.
Chop
he eats his own skin.
Okay, moving on from Chop Top. Never mind, I don't want to talk about Chop Top anymore. Well, I'm a big fan of Bill Moseley, but that part really, really grossed me out when he was picking the skin off of his head and eating it. But, would you hang out with Chop Top?
No.
Stupid question. Anyways, moving on. I would have to rate it a 5.
Oh, definitely.
And, it has a horror icon that's in Hatchet 3, who plays Stretch. I
forget her name as well.
In real life. But she's good in it, and it's like, I love the original, but I love this one because it has a little bit of comedy in it.
Oh yeah,
which I like.
And it has more of a distinct. It has a longer story and a more elaborate story because instead of it just being at the house and just completely focused on the family, it's focused on, like, that one cop that's trying to capture him.
Yep.
And then Stretch.
Yep.
And, it just has a more of a plot to it.
Can I just say I feel kind of bad for Stretch's friend, LG?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, he was, like, a victim of Crossfire.
Yeah, he was just there.
Like, he was, like, an innocent, sweet guy, like down to earth, in his own little world kind of guy. And you see him get fucking skinned alive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for the viewers at home, I am not, I cuss a lot, so don't let your children listen to this. Alright, I would give it a 5.
Oh, definitely.
And I kind of like it a little better than the original, just for the comedy aspect.
Yeah, like I said, there's more story to it.
But I do love the original.
Of course.
I'm not going to say I don't.
Of course.
Day 2, we have Evil Dead 1987.
Is this...
Well, 81.
Is this the...
Hold on a second.
No, this is
What?
Evil Dead 2.
Oh, I must have not... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't think this is the original.
Like,
this is Evil Dead 2, though.
That was a blunder on my part.
Yeah, well done.
You can add that to the outtakes. I don't really care. Everybody screws up. Evil Dead 2, 1987. I looked at the date and I was like... Because I put Evil Dead, I didn't put Evil Dead 2. And the 7 kind of looks like a 1. Anyway, what do you think of the original Evil Dead as compared to, like, Evil Dead 2 and stuff like that?
While, like, they're very similar, they're completely different because one is a very serious horror movie, and then the other one is much more comedic.
Evil Dead 2, though, is, like, my favorite Evil Dead film. You know, you got the whole part with the animals laughing on the wall, Ash doing that weird dance that he did.
That's great. That whole part is great.
And, you know, it starts off like, you know, the whole Army of Darkness thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's supposed to be, like, it's in the same universe, and it is, in fact, a sequel, so apparently Ash went back to the cabin.
Which I don't understand at all. After all the crap that he went through when he was at the cabin the first time, why would you go back?
I wouldn't go back.
No.
You know, he had to take the chick that he was dating somewhere. I guess he couldn't take her to his parents' house. But, because he dates all those Lindas. He has so many Lindas
His
in
infinite
his life.
Lindas.
That is like a running joke in the Evil Dead universe, Lindas.
Yep.
Even in Ash vs. Evil Dead, he got with his ex-girlfriend, Linda. Another Linda, not the other two Lindas.
Yeah. I wish the one chick from Army of Darkness would have been named Linda, too.
That would have been hilarious, but I don't think they had Linda back in the
I'm not sure.
medieval times.
I don't know how long ago the name Linda has been around.
But Evil Dead 2, the Henrietta monster in the basement terrified me as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Raimi, Rob Tappert, you guys are awesome. Ted Raimi, he played Henrietta. He's awesome. Big shout out to those guys.
But then when her head got chopped off and you heard the balloon, like the balloon sound was
how
hilarious.
her neck deflated.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I loved it.
It was hilarious.
Oh man, Sam Raimi makes some of the best horror films.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down. Don't Breathe was good.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about that in the next episode, but I would have to give Evil Dead 2 a 5 out of 5.
Definitely.
I wish we had higher ratings on this system, but our rating is 5. I'll just say it broke my scale.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with the animals laughing on the wall, can't get over that.
The one, and I can't really fault him for it because he didn't really, he probably didn't think it through and probably didn't think that he was going to make another sequel. But the ending to Evil Dead 2 does not sync up at all with the beginning of Army of Darkness.
It's completely different.
Yeah, it is.
One was made in the early to mid 90s, or maybe even late 90s, and then this one...
Late 80s.
Yeah, so... But, they were all, bowing down to him.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
They were really,
and then in Army
hail the new king and stuff like that, but in the Army of Darkness, they're they think that he caused it or something.
Yeah, well, he thinks
he's evil.
They think he's part of their enemy.
And and he's really not.
Nope.
But, I would have to give this one a 5 out of 5.
Definitely.
And I can overlook some, that kind of thing, because, it came out, very earlier than Army of Darkness came out.
Mm-hmm.
But, moving on to Hellraiser 1987.
This is
your personal favorite.
This is an interesting one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pinhead is awesome. Yeah, he is the way. Remember? He said that?
Oh, yeah.
Part 3. Hellraiser, the first one, I think, is the best one.
Yeah, I would say so, probably.
Okay, but I feel so bad for Kirsty's father. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This innocent guy is, married to this woman who doesn't really love him and is, had an affair with his brother Frank. Don't even get me started on his nasty ass. And, you know what happened? He got skinned by his own nasty, bloody, skinless brother.
Yep.
For no reason. He was...
And then he proceeds to act like, her father. Frank takes his skin and...
That part was cringe.
Yeah.
He's like, come to daddy. I'm like, oh, God. Why would my dad talk to me like that? That's what I would be thinking if I was her.
Well, I think that was when she figured out that it wasn't really him.
Come to daddy.
And didn't you tell me that he was in another movie that we watched?
Yeah, he was in Child's Play 3. He played the...
Right.
He played the barber.
Yeah. Which is still weird.
But you could totally tell.
I
he's
could
very
see
recognizable.
it. Yeah, I could see it.
I love Hellraiser. I like it. Again, it's my favorite. The first one's a favorite out of the whole thing. It was based on a book called The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. And And I heard it was a really good book.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never read it. I mean, I read The Exorcist, but I've never read, The Hellbound Heart. But I think I heard Pinhead was a woman in it.
Yeah, that's something you told me. And then apparently in the comics, whatever her name is, the main character in this one.
Kirsty. She's
Kirsty,
Pinhead
yeah, she becomes Pinhead.
Some of the, newer comics, she's, Pinhead.
Yeah, which is really
it's so
weird
and ironic,
yeah.
right? So what would you give Hellraiser?
I would definitely have to give it a 5.
Oh, yeah, hands down. I could watch that anytime.
Oh, yeah.
I would never get a puzzle box, though. If you ever brought one of those home...
Eric wants to get one.
I know. I kind of want one for my collection. If I ever, brought one home, I'm pretty sure...
You realize I'd be tempted to play with it, right?
I know you would, and that's when hooks are going to come at your face. But, it happens, right?
You take your chances.
Yeah, especially if you're bored and you want to sit there and play with a puzzle box.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Lost Boys, 1987. We were just talking about this one.
Maggots, Tori. You're eating maggots.
Don't start that. Don't start that. I can't eat Chinese food and watch that. I can't. And if you've seen Lost Boys,
we're doing it one of these days.
Fuck you.
Oh, I will make sure we do this.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Anyway, I will, anytime I eat rice or anything and I watch that movie, I think of maggots. I do. I think of maggots and it's gross.
Or worms with lo mein.
It's bad enough I have to ring up the bloodworms because I work at a grocery store. I don't want to have to come home, watch a movie, eat lo mein, and think I'm eating them. So, no thanks. Good on that. But, it features, a couple kids and their mother who moved to, what is it?
Santa Carla, I think?
Santa Carla.
Yeah.
I was, thinking, is it Santa Monica? I was I don't know. It was Santa Carla, which is, the murder capital of the world, apparently. And this guy falls in love with this girl and, gets in with the wrong crowd of, bad boys that end up being, punk rock vampires, pretty much. Punk rock motorcycle vampires.
Mm-hmm.
And turns him into a half vampire, and the only way to become a full vampire is you have to kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And, the grandfather, I have to say, he's, the best character in the whole thing.
The one of the best lines in the movie is right at the very end with him being one thing I never could stand about Santa Carla. All the goddamn vampires.
Sorry about that, guys. My dog wants to get in on the action. Anyways, the one thing I never liked about Santa Carla, all the goddamn vampires. And then they just all look at him like...
Wait, you knew about this the whole time?
What's funny is the mother is an idiot in it.
Well, yeah.
But would you believe your kids if they told you they're a vampire? Well, I mean, if they were that serious,
yeah,
I would
I'd
kind
probably
of
be
look into it
I'd
a little
be
bit.
Okay, I should look into this. But the funny thing about it, though, especially with how he knows about it, is how the grandfather didn't say anything before the end.
I know. He just waited for them to find out that they were fucking vampires.
Mm-hmm.
What would you rate The Lost Boys?
I would definitely have to give it a 5.
I would have to give it a 5 as well. It's right up there with Fright Night, like I said. One of my favorite vampire films ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And, speaking of vampires and monsters, Monster Squad, 1987.
Yep.
Not a horror movie, but it's kind of gory for a comedy.
And it is,
young kids
I mean, I would technically say it is a horror comedy because it is based around the Universal monsters and everything.
It is like the horror version of the Goonies.
Yep.
You know what's ironic about that is the mother that played the mother in the Goonies
also plays the mother in Monster Squad.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And I think they came out either a year apart or something.
Yeah,
I forget
in
about
the same year.
But yeah, I love Monster Squad. It has these kids, they have a monster club, and it's called Monster Squad, and they, draw pictures of monsters, put them on their clubhouse wall and stuff, and they come to realize that monsters actually do exist. And, that little kid, Phoebe, the Phoebe, scary jumping guy, or that one little kid, Mommy came in my closet.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was cute, but he like, whined too much.
Mm-hmm.
But, seriously, I love Monster Squad. They have Dracula, the Wolfman.
Yeah.
The mummy didn't really look like the mummy from the Universal.
Yeah,
it looked more like an actual mummy, like
they
wrapped in
made
gauze.
it look like how you would expect a mummy to look.
Right, and it had the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yep.
And it had Frankenstein's monster.
Yep. And the weird thing about Monster Squad, but it kind of makes sense, and it keeps things. It does kind of bring out the modern interpretation of him. Is that Frankenstein has a face turn?
Yeah, he does. Well, you're right. He was like following Dracula at first, and then he completely joins the kids.
Yeah.
If you guys don't watch wrestling, a face turn is when you're bad and you turn good.
But it kind of plays into the modern interpretation of Frankenstein, where like he's misrepresented and misunderstood.
Yeah, and that's one thing that always hit close to home when like I watched Frankenstein and everything. It was like I felt so bad for the monster, and like by the end of Monster Squad, you don't want him to go into that vortex.
Mm-hmm.
What would you rate Monster Squad?
Oh, I definitely have to give it a 5, yeah.
Yeah, 5, hands down. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, 1987. We have a lot of 1987s in here. We have a lot of 80s in general.
Oh, yeah. Well, we already knew this. We already made people aware of this.
That's where all the best horror films were made in the 80s. This is my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think we talked about this, before. What's next? What did we watch next after Nightmare on Elm Street 3?
Child's Play.
Okay, yeah. So this was the day of incompetent adults.
Yeah. The adults are very incompetent in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and Child's Play.
Especially, in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, especially the one doctor, the female doctor, just doesn't understand what's going on.
No, not at all.
And I mean, no matter how focused on like science and facts and all this and anti supernatural you are, you would think if every single kid is having the exact same dream with the exact same guy, that's not just some weird coincidence. Like this, like the explanation that she came up with
that it was the byproducts of guilt
is completely asinine. How does guilt make every single kid have the exact same dream?
It shouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
Because all right, say like I am a counselor in a group, okay? I have all these kids sitting around me, and they describe this guy looking exactly
in detail,
the same.
Exactly the same, doing the exact same thing. I'm like, okay,
there's something weird going on, and we need to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, why? Why would that happen?
I don't know. But yeah, I don't get it. Like, she was just completely beyond stupid. And the one thing that, and I'm shocked that, like, I was actually surprised at this when you told me that they weren't in any other, not Friday the 13th, but, Nightmare on Elm Street movies. This brought in 2 key, plot points for Freddy vs. Jason that it was only in this.
Oh yeah,
Hypnosil and Weston Hills.
Yep, Hypnosil. And like, okay, what is Sorry, my dog wants to join.
But yeah, what you got? Western Hills, you got Hypnosil
Hypnosil.
brought in, and then they brought it in big time in Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, what's so wrong with, them giving it to him? It didn't cause the kid to get into a coma.
No. She was, yeah.
Looking for a reason to get rid of Nancy, too.
Well, not only that, but, the one death with him falling off the tower, that's one thing. You could in theory think, okay, he committed suicide. But the one with, the one chick getting thrown into the TV and hanging through the TV. How the hell, first off, why? When there's much easier ways to do it anyway.
If you really wanted to kill yourself.
And secondly, how in the hell would she jump up there? And the TV was up on a platform fairly high up.
She was hanging.
Jump up with enough force to push yourself fully through the TV.
Exactly. She was hanging.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
That's impossible for any human to do themselves.
Scientifically impossible. Yeah. No,
I've got a funny joke, and it actually plays into my later show tonight. Who's less understanding of physics, her or NFL refs? Tough call.
Refs.
Refs? Oh God, that's scary to think about.
I'm sorry, it's the truth.
I know this, but it's still shocking.
It's bad.
It is.
I'd give it a 5.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
love the Dream Warriors.
It's a great movie. It gets annoying at times because she's just that damn stupid, and you want to punch her in the face. But besides that, it's a good movie.
It's a really good movie. And shout out to Riverdale for doing the Dream Warriors sequence in this week's episode.
Yeah.
They did Dream Warriors by Dawkins.
Oh yeah, they did the song from the movie.
Well, it's supposed to be their parents, but they were played by the characters. But yeah, shout out to Riverdale.
Well done.
Yeah. Anyway, Child's Play 1988. Dumb ass cops.
Yeah.
The mother caught on.
Yeah, she caught on pretty quickly.
And
after a while, to his credit, to the main cop's credit, after a while, after she told him and basically proved to him what's going on, he did start to catch on.
Oh, fuck them. They did not even vouch for her.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that. They didn't. They screwed her over. We don't see it in the original Child's Play, but we find out in Child's Play 2 that they screwed her over and said that she basically made it all up, or I don't even know what the hell they told them.
That one cop, not the one that was played by Chris Sarandon, but the other one.
The one with the mustache.
Yeah, he was harder to convince.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. The main cop, he started to get the hint pretty quickly. The other one was completely oblivious until it was thrown right in his face.
Oh, and fun fact about Chris Sarandon, the guy who played the detective, and he played Jerry Dandridge in Fright Night. He voiced Jack Skellington in the acting parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I think, we watched a video last night. I think it told us.
You acted surprised just now.
What?
You acted surprised just now.
I thought I remembered that. Yeah.
But yeah, I love Child's Play. It introduces Andy Barclay, poor kid.
Mm-hmm.
One part I always let. First of all, that kid is so freaking adorable. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He makes breakfast for his mom in bed. I mean, oh my God, it was
terrible though.
It's gonna be, but it melted my heart, and I don't really like kids that much.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously one day I want kids, but I was like, oh, he's in his little good guy pajamas. He was adorable, and that one part, he's like, when Chucky and him went on the train or the bus to that
It was
one
on a
dude's
subway.
Subway. He was like, Chucky, you stay here. I gotta go tinkle. I just busted out laughing. I was like, I don't even know why. Or that one part where Chucky's sitting in the elevator and that old couple.
Yeah. What an ugly doll.
Fuck you. Oh man, I watched that when I was a kid and I could not stop laughing at that part.
Oh, I'm sure.
But yeah, I love Child's Play. They're gonna be remaking it, I heard rumors. I'm good on that, and the creators I don't think are too happy.
Okay. Sounds about right.
But you can't have Chucky without Brad Dourif. You
can't
do it. No, there's just nobody else. And his daughter is now in the works. She is Chucky now.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert for people who haven't seen Cult of Chucky yet. Oopsie.
That's weird. Still weird.
Yeah, but in that one scene, in the right light, she looked like her father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't look like a dude. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get what...
You can totally tell that, like, they're related.
Yeah.
In real
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5 out of 5.
Oh, definitely.
Child's Play. I could watch that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Along with Fright Night.
Hmm.
Okay, this one, these two actually, It 1990 and It 2017, we're gonna, we watched them on the same day, just to do a compare and contrast, and so we're just gonna talk about them as, one.
Yeah.
Just, do a little, how we feel about each one.
Yeah. I like both of them. I definitely think the 2017, Pennywise is much creepier.
Oh, yeah, Bill Skarsgård, oh my god.
And also the painting, it looks much creepier.
So creepy.
It doesn't look like a regular clown, whereas the one from 90 actually does look like a clown.
Yeah, it's more of a demonic clown look, which is more of what he was described as in the book, because I still need to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to. But I like both as well. I grew up with the miniseries. I watched it before I even read the book, and so I didn't really understand why everybody was so upset that it wasn't exactly like the book.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it for what it was. I still enjoy it to this day. And I like the reboot too. It's good. Both of them are good. You have but which group of kids do you like better in each? Do you like the old school ones or the modern?
I'm not sure, honestly, because each of them have their levels on both.
Do you have Mike from Stranger Things?
Well, yes.
Cussing?
Oh no. Oh no. He's hilarious in that.
And he was cussing it when he dropped the F-bomb. I was like, what?
Well, what's funny about it, especially, in the second season of Stranger Things, he's a really good actor because he can go from basically one extreme to another in terms of personalities.
I really enjoy that actor.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know how you can go from being so serious and emotional
and depressed and shit to
being this fucking quirky ass dude. It's
and being hilarious.
Oh, dude, he cracked me up.
Oh yeah.
Throughout the whole trash the trash mouth. I get it. Dude. Oh my god, totally reminds me of how I was when I was his age.
Mm-hmm.
I used to. Oh my god, dude, hands down, he was like, you
doesn't smell like caca to me, senor.
Punch me in the face. You bring me to a fucking crackhead house, and now I gotta kill this fucking clown. Don't know if I got it perfect, but
it was about right. Yeah.
You get the gist. What would you rate It 1990?
I'd give it a 5.
I would too. I'll have to give it a 4 just because now I'm in love with the new one.
I understand.
And there were some things in it that were wrong.
I understand.
No offense.
Because you read the book and everything.
But I will have to give It 2017 a 5 out of 5, and that part 2 should be coming out next year, 2019. Super excited about that. Bill Hader is cast as Richie Tozier.
I still wish, and I know one of them is dead, and I don't know what the other ones
actually,
are doing.
the kid is. I know what you're gonna say, and the kid is not dead.
Oh,
it's the actor that's dead.
No, that's what I mean.
The one who played the older guy.
Oh, played the older version.
He's
oh,
dead.
Okay. No, then I still wish they would have gotten all of the kids who played in the original to now play the adult versions of themselves in the new one.
I think it could have worked.
Oh, it would have been great to have seen Seth Green on screen again.
That rhymed. Sorry, I'm corny. No, I like Seth Green. I don't know, he might be busy though, like doing
He's busy doing other things like Family Guy and Robot Chicken and everything, but
Robot Chicken still?
I would think so.
So I haven't, it's not that, I don't think it's a good show, it's the fact that I haven't watched Adult Swim in a couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Because, Netflix.
Yeah, I know.
I feel terrible. What can you do? Throw streaming sites at me and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, streaming services have destroyed basic TV.
Still need to finish Chilling. I still need to finish Sabrina.
Yep.
And I've watched every American Horror Story season except for Hotel and Roanoke at least 1,000 times.
And those don't count.
But apparently they do. Okay, alright, fine.
Don't count.
Fine. But, okay, I'm just saying. Just saying.
And they kind of even retconned it by bringing Queenie back out of it.
Yeah, fuck that season. Anyway, I'd have to give them both a very good rating at 1990.
Oh, definitely.
I'll be generous and give them both a 5. Night of the Living Dead 1990. This is a very good remake, actually. Mm-hmm. This was done very well.
Well, because it was actually done by George A. Romero.
Tom Savini, too?
Yes.
I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Don't quote me on that.
Wasn't he in it? Wasn't he like one of the bikers?
No, that was Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, never mind.
1978.
Never mind.
I can see why you say that.
You're right.
There was bikers at the end of Night of the Living Dead 1990, but none of them were Tom Savini. I like this one. I like the depiction of Barbara better in this one. She wasn't a damsel in distress. Yeah. She wasn't a catatonic, annoying, screaming freak like she was in the original. Mm-hmm. No disrespect. But, no, seriously, she was a badass warrior. She started out upset, and, not knowing what to do, but she developed into a badass.
And then she became the lone survivor, and actually did survive.
Yeah, and the asshole Cooper, she shot him right in the head. Mm-hmm. Perfect way to end a film. Can't forget Candyman, a.k.a. Tony Todd. Big shout out to Tony Todd as Ben. Mm-hmm. He did a very good job. And took the words right out of my mouth. He told Cooper to shut the fuck up in the scene, and that was awesome. Mm-hmm. I'll have to give Night of the Living Dead 1990 a 5.
Oh, definitely.
It was awesome. It's one of the best remakes out there.
I was just gonna say, I think it is the best remake that's ever been made.
It is the perfect remake, actually. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. The whole thing is perfect. In my personal opinion, I think it's perfect. They, I can watch Night of the Living Dead original and that back to back.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a good comparison thing to
do.
Yeah. But, moving on to my favorite Child's Play movie in the series. Child's Play 3. What?
Presto, you're bald.
Presto, you're dead. And, of course, we're quoting the crazy barber played by the guy who played the father in Hellraiser. Alright, Child's Play 3, Andy comes back. Mm-hmm. We had the first two where he was still a little kid, but he's like 16 in this one, and he's having to go to military school with a bunch of fucking dickheads that are mean to him. I'll admit, I had a big crush on Andy back in the day when I first saw that. Justin Whalen. Back in the day, and he's a good actor. Actually, mm-hmm. He played in The Adventures of Lois and Clark as Jimmy Olsen, and he And I forget what else he was in. He was in some other good things I watched back in the day, but like he's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job playing Andy. But yeah, apparently Chucky is reborn into another, like, remade into another doll.
Yep.
And is sent to he sends himself to military school, but my question is, who sent him?
I think he packaged himself and sent himself. Because remember, after he killed, like, the CEO of the company, he was looking on the computer to find, like, where he was. So I'm sure he probably, like, wrote the address and everything, and then packaged himself up.
It's kind of basically what they did in Bride of Chucky.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this is my favorite Child's Play film. It's fun, and that little kid's hilarious in it.
Oh, yeah.
Charles. You thought he was annoying.
Yeah, he was annoying, but in the funny, annoying way.
He wouldn't believe Andy at first when he kept trying to warn him that Chucky was evil.
Chucky's a super dick, though.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What, by, like, how he just is in fucking general?
Well, yes, but one thing in particular that he did in this one.
What did he do?
Switching out the paint bullets for real bullets.
Right, that was just genius is what that was. Like, that was clever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to give you that. But, I would have to give this one a 5.
Oh, definitely.
I love Child's Play 3.
The one thing, and for those of you who haven't seen it already, a little spoiler alert right here, but I wish they would have brought her back instead of his sister from the second one in Cult.
Yeah.
I wish they would have brought, what's her name?
De Silva,
there we go.
Yeah. I forgot her first name.
Kirsten, I think.
Maybe.
I think so.
Maybe. I'll have to look it up later.
Yeah.
It's going to bother me otherwise. But yeah, they should have brought her back.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, why? Like, my thing is, why didn't they keep in touch?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
She was perfect for him, and she knew his secret, and, like, she knew he wasn't, like, crazy and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the new Chucky films, he's, like, having trouble meeting girls and stuff because of his weird past.
Yeah,
she didn't care.
Yeah, she knew what really happened. She knew that he was real and everything.
So why didn't they? What happened? I wonder what happened there.
Yeah, that's a big thing where it's like, I wish they would have kept that.
Yeah, she was awesome for him. Like, why? That annoys me. Anyway, again, 5 out of 5. A lot of these have been, have been 5. Well, we picked the best out of them.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said. Next we have Candyman, 1992. Starring Tony Todd as Candyman.
This is a weird one.
It's very clever, though. It's
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the idea came from Bloody Mary.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It came from Bloody Mary, the saying the name, so however many times.
I think it was 6
mirror.
times in this.
5
times.
I knew you were going to do that. But, yeah, no, Candyman scared me when I was a kid. Like, my brother would, like, he would say, hey, I'm going to say Candyman in the mirror. And, like, I would start screaming, and I would run, and I would hide, because I thought Candyman was going to come. And it's all because of this movie. If a movie scares me when Scream did not scare me, then that says something. Because I was, like, 5 or 6 when I saw Candyman.
I'm sorry, different movie, but I just have to say, keep your eyes open.
Alright, Hatchet 2. Good one. Because, that is also Tony Todd.
Yes.
And if you don't know what Hatchet is, you gotta check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But, I really like Candyman because, like, it's, journalist aspect. You know what happens when a journalist researches some, like, supernatural thing that is true, like in The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen?
They're screwed.
You're gonna fuck yourself. That's a good way to fuck yourself. And she fucked herself.
Yeah, she did.
You know what? Fuck that dude she was with. Her husband.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he moved on very quickly.
He was cheating on her, throughout the whole movie. Like, there was nothing wrong with her.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing wrong with her. And the chick that he was cheating on her with, like, really? It was like
an
a
Uber hoe?
Yeah, and she was like a kid, too.
Yeah, I know.
Weird. It's like, okay, you got a woman and you got a kid. You're disgusting, dude. You're gonna fuck your student, and you're nasty if you want to fuck your teacher. I'm sorry. Ew. Gross. I never looked at any of my teachers and be like, ooh, he looks yummy. No. Sorry about that little rant there. That guy pissed me off. What would you rate Candyman?
Oh, gotta give it a 5.
I would love to give it a 5. I've never seen the sequel, so...
Yeah, we need to see the sequels.
Actually, I think I saw part 2.
Ah.
It was good. I think... No, one of them takes place in New Orleans. Yeah, I think. If I'm not mistaken. And it was good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to one of my favorite Halloweens in the series, even though apparently it doesn't really exist anymore in the continuity. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
It's an alternate universe.
It's an alternate universe. You gotta, comfort yourself by saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween 6, it brings Tommy Doyle back, and I can't look at Paul Rudd with a straight face. Because of Wet Hot American Summer.
I know you will. You will.
I'm gonna fart my way into that snatch.
Just you wait.
Oh yeah, this podcast is not for kids. Like, not at all. Yeah, no, I can't look at Paul Rudd right.
Nope.
No. But he did a really good job. That was his first film debut, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It was his very first film. And, he did a really good job as Tommy Doyle. And, I like how the family was living in the Myers house in it. It kind of really brought in that Nightmare on Elm Street feel, because Nancy in the first one her and her mother, they lived in the 1408 Elm Street house. And in the second one, so did, that boy. Yeah. And it's just, it's really cool they actually had somebody living in the Myers house when they've never done that in a single film. And, it brings Michael back in he's kind of like, I don't know, there's something different about him. I guess it's his mask and the way he breathes in it. Have you ever noticed that? He breathes differently. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. Watch the film and, listen to the way he breathes and listen to the way he breathes in, the other ones. It sounds, weird. But, it's one of my favorites. Not a lot of people like this one, but I like it because it, has a lot of, Samhain Festival and, the celebration and what that's about.
And the symbol of Thorn and all of that.
Yeah, which, I loved about it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd have to give it a 5.
Oh, definitely.
Hands down. And, what do we have next? We have From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996. This is a fun one. This doubles as, 2.
Oh, yeah, this is an interesting movie because it starts off as, this, heist movie and, them trying to escape into Mexico and everything, and then suddenly transforms into a horror movie.
Yeah. That's fit. I remember I think, me and my brother were watching it with you one day, and we didn't even tell you it was a horror film. Until it finally happened. Until, the vampires came out. I bet that mind fucked you.
I was surprised, that's for sure.
You're like, what the fuck did these things come from? I thought this was, a crime movie. Yeah, no. You can go ahead, keep thinking that. Yeah, no, I like From Dusk Till Dawn because, Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino, they're awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They're good filmmakers, and, film's perfect, and you got they're creepy vampires, too. I would not want to be one of these vampires.
Oh, no, absolutely not. And it seems...
They're, mindless.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it seems like you lose your mind and everything, and they become really creepy.
Gone. It's not like in... what's a good example? True Blood, where you, you don't have to kill if you don't want to.
What's the creepier? I'm pretty sure it would have to be From Dusk Till Dawn, but what's the creepier vampire transformation? From Dusk Till Dawn or Buffy?
From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah.
Because they had a vampire that was literally cut in half, and he was crawling on the floor, just a torso.
Oh, yeah.
That was, And that one guy, he was like, I was in Nam. He made the scariest vampire I've ever seen in my whole life. And I've seen 30 Days of Night, and those are pretty scary. I would, it gets a 5 out of 5. George Clooney is the best part about that movie. He's funny, and he's awesome. You ever seen the edited version of that on TV?
Oh God, I can only imagine how bad it is.
It made me laugh. Me and my brother were watching it.
Why?
Because, like, in the part where Tarantino's character, one of the Gecko brothers, the pedophile one, Richard, he was like, did you just call me a fucking nut? And, alright, in the TV version, he was like, you called me a funny nut. Yeah. That shit made me... I was drinking some milk, and I spit everywhere after. I was like, what did he just say?
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, that is the best. That is horrible. So, like, sometimes, like, edited films were funny to watch.
Oh, yeah, because it's just
so
the
badly
funny
done.
ways. Yeah.
So badly done, but yeah, again, I give it a 5.
Oh, definitely.
Scream 1996. My personal favorite.
Oh, yes.
You gotta love Scream. If you're a horror fan, it's only acceptable.
Although, I will say it's funny to watch nowadays because it did not age well.
Why do you say that?
Because just the way they talk about the cell phones and everything, it's just like, it's so funny.
Oh, when you hear about, like, what, and it shows what old school cell phones look like and everything. Yeah,
and they're still called cellular phones and everything.
Oh, yeah. I remember back when they were called cellular phones.
Oh, so do I.
But yeah, no, I love Scream, it's like, it's horror within horror, and it has comedy, like, it talks about all the horror films.
And it's one of those...
homages them?
Well, that, but also, like... Yes, it's a... How do I describe this? It's one of those movies that breaks the fourth wall, like, the whole time, pretty much. Because you basically have, crap, what's his name?
What, one of the killers?
No.
Randy?
Yeah, Randy. You have Randy there basically telling everyone what's about to happen and what will happen because it's a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my favorite thing is, he's like, there are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. Rule number 1, you can never have sex.
Oh, no.
Big no-no.
No.
Rule number 2, you can never drink or do drugs.
Yeah!
Then rule number 3, whatever you do, never ever say you'll be right back, because you won't be back.
You want another beer?
Yeah, sure.
I'll be right back!
See, you push the laws and you end up dead. Okay, I'll see you in the kitchen with a knife. Nailed it. Been waiting to do that all week. But no, I love Randy. Like, all the Scream movies are good. Scream 2, where, like, probably just merge all the Screams together because like we have all the Screams back
to back anyway.
Yeah, Scream 2, they were in college and basically the killer was mimicking trying to mimic
and
the
it was a movie
murders.
within a movie.
Oh yeah, where it had them watching Stab, the first Stab.
Yeah.
And Sydney's prediction became true.
Yep.
Spelling was casted as her. But she wasn't too happy about that.
Nope. I wish they would have referenced that in Scream 2, though. Like, how she got that right.
I know. That's so weird. What a weird, like, guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I like Scream 2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it ended up being, like, Billy's mother. Spoiler alert, sorry. I should have probably said spoiler alert first, but... if you're listening to this podcast and you've never seen any of the Screams, you need to.
There's a problem.
Yeah. Scream 3 I really like, too, because it features, like, Sydney's half-brother as the killer. Mm-hmm. And not a lot of people like Scream 3, but I liked it.
I liked it, too.
It was on the set of Stab 3. Mm-hmm. Each...
And the little... Easter eggs /
merging of films.
yeah, the double crossover between this and Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
That's right. If you don't already know this, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, like, I guess all the Kevin Smith movies are in the same universe as Scream.
Yep.
Yeah. Let that sink in, because if you watch Scream 3 and you watch Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, then they're in the same, universe, because in Scream 3 they have them standing in line to try to sneak into to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And why are they trying to sneak into the studio in the first place? To stop Blunt Man and Chronic from being made. They were wearing the same clothes they were wearing in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. And if you watch Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, you see the chimp they stole in the Scream costume, in the Ghostface costume, on the set of some horror movie.
Yep.
And what is that horror movie probably called?
Stab 3.
So yeah, don't know if I described that perfectly, but they're in the same universe, apparently. I would have to give Scream 3 a 5, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Same with Scream 4. I like Scream 4 because it revisited the first one a lot.
Yeah. Well, going back to Scream 3 real quick, one of the funniest moments was when the video with Randy, and he already knew what Dewey was going to say.
See, I don't know how exactly he got that perfect.
Because it's Randy.
Randy was perfect.
Exactly.
He's awesome. Yeah. Big shout out to Jamie Kennedy. Thank you for liking my picture on Instagram. That actually happened one time. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. I think I told you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like Scream 4. They even mentioned Randy in Scream 4.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like Scream 4 is another one of those, has another kind of, movie archetype that they did with the twist at the end where, it was her nephew, or niece, who was...
Cousin,
or cousin,
no,
never mind. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
They were something like that.
Yeah, you're right, it's cousin.
Yeah, and, see, that was the thing, that shocked me. Like, I had, like, that was I think this was the, like, one Scream film that was very unpredictable for me. Like,
although I was very shocked about in 2.
I was
about,
Billy's mother and, that one kid.
I mean, the one kid, not so much, but Billy's mother. I didn't know it was Billy's mother until the very end. So when you
first saw that, you were pretty shocked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I was shocked at 3 about the director being her brother.
Yeah, that was pretty shocking. That was a good twist, I think. And, like, you see, like, her, like, stabbing him, and, like, he grabs her hand because, they're brother and sister, and, they love each other, kinda. They don't know each other at all. They just literally met each other, and they're gonna miss each other. Yeah. But, I love all the Screams.
Oh, yeah, all the Screams are good.
Yeah, like, there's not a Scream that I don't like, I don't think. Yeah, but the first one's my favorite, hands down.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. But all of them get a 5.
Yep.
All of them. Now we're down to your favorite and the last one in the,
And to any of you that do not like this, you can go screw yourself.
Yeah, he loves Jason X. I like it too. I have a very good appreciation for it. I mean, he kills like 10 people in the first, 5 minutes.
I know, it's great.
And it's like, okay, it's in the future, they've tried executing Jason, they've tried everything.
I still wish we would have seen that, though.
What, them trying to execute
him?
Oh, yeah.
It would have been funny, seeing an homage, or, see a montage of them, doing that in the beginning, having them go through each method and attempting it, and then him just popping back up.
Right? Exactly, that's my thing. And it's I liked it because it had, I'm kind of a Trekkie, so, it had that kind of something similar as the holodeck on there, on their ship. But not only that, Uber Jason, badass. Freaking badass. And those of you who collect NECA horror figures, they are coming out with an Uber Jason.
Ooh, you're
and a
gonna have to
regular
get
Jason,
that.
and I believe it is a 2-pack. Oh yeah, I definitely have to get that. I have a lot. I have too many Jason action figures. Really, I have like an army of them.
Oh God, that's a scary thought. It's like Cult of Chucky. Could you just imagine?
That's worse, actually. No, that is actually like 1,000 times worse. I think Uber Jason was like one of my favorite looks, though.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
And notice how like his mask kind of like melted into his face.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, so creepy. But no, what you were saying, Army of Jasons, I'll pass.
No,
You can't defeat hardly. You could just barely defeat one Jason. I don't think I can defeat 100.
no army of Jasons.
No thanks.
Okay.
I'd rather have an army of Deadites. At least you can kill them. But
Fair enough.
I'd have to rate Jason.
Well, but then again, you're talking about Jason.
True story. True story. I'd have to give Jason X a 4 out of 5.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not my.
5.
It's not my favorite in the series.
I know.
But
it's not my favorite, but it's up there. I like it a lot.
My favorite's part 1 and part 4.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah.
But not that we're gonna be talking about this movie, but do you want to explain why we said what we said right there about Jason being a Deadite?
Did you guys know that Jason is actually a Deadite? Watch Jason Goes to Hell, because they have the Necronomicon in one of the cabins, and I think the reason why they were going to do that, they said they were going to do like a Freddy versus Ash versus Jason film or something like that, I think is what, I don't remember exactly what they said, but that was their way of like bringing bringing Ash, like, the Evil Dead into that universe.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert. And you know what? It makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a walking Deadite. And, like, if you watch Ash vs. Evil Dead, there's, like, different, like, Deadites and demons in the book. So it makes sense. It explains a lot.
He's the hockey demon.
Let's make it sound ridiculous now.
Yeah, let's do it.
But that's okay. That's okay.
like in Freddy vs. Jason. That goalie is pissed off.
I love Freddy vs. Jason. I'm disappointed we didn't watch that one.
Again, another thing where just too many movies, not enough time.
Should we announce what we're doing for the next Halloween?
Yeah, next year more than likely, so that we can get through.
61 days of Halloween.
Yeah, so we can get through more. We'll do 2 months worth.
I'm pretty sure people will be happy about that.
Yeah, should be fun.
There's way too much to do. You can't do it all in 31 days.
Yeah, we hardly got through we hardly even got into the 2000s.
We didn't get into the 2000s.
Yeah, we did, technically.
Well, there's a reason for that. We kind of had to. With It and Scream 4.
Well, and Jason X.
Yeah, but 2000, it's like, might as well just be 1999.
But that was the year that everyone was doing like the 2000 and everything.
Uh-huh. Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. Sorry. I'm standing on my feet all day, not the brightest right now. Alright, now to the grand finale. Coup de grace.
To the main event.
Yep, if you're a wrestling fan, it's the main event. Halloween 2018. We went to go see it on Halloween.
Seeing Halloween on Halloween.
It's fitting.
Mm-hmm.
It's fitting. But, I really liked it, even though they canceled all the sequels out. And
yeah.
Spoiler alert. If you have not seen the new Halloween, you need to go ahead and turn this podcast off right now, because I'm about to talk.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot about it. Like, let's talk about it for a little bit in terms of, like, what happened as a spoiler thing, and then, like, we'll do a spoiler-free, like, just overall review.
Yeah.
So if you don't want spoilers, if you haven't seen it yet, this is your time to skip ahead.
Yep. Alright, so, Laurie's not his sister.
Which I still don't understand.
Why is he after her?
Yeah, why is he so... I mean, I guess they kind of mention it with the documentary, or, the reporters, or whoever they were. How he was like, is it just because she got away?
He didn't like that she got away.
Yeah, he didn't like that she escaped.
He was still behind those prison walls waiting.
Yeah, so he's waiting to get his revenge.
No, not prison walls, but institution walls.
He's still waiting, to get his revenge for her escaping, I guess.
I guess he felt inadequate.
Mm-hmm.
I would. If I was a psychopath and some chick got away and I was supposed to kill her, I would feel inadequate too. But I'm not, and I don't, so it's fine. Alright, I loved, how, I really loved it, hands down. I loved the new Halloween. I really loved how, they had, a lot, they kind of showed his face a little bit in it, without the mask. A little bit, yeah. He had, a gray beard.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for all the people who are like, oh, it's 4 years later, he's supposed to be an old man, and he shouldn't be able to do what he used to do. Yeah, he is an old man, but he's still psycho, so boss. He can still do whatever the hell he wants.
He's still got it going on. Let's just say that.
He's still got it.
I love how they have the original mask from the first one, but made up to look dirty.
Yeah. And I still wish we found out, and, I wish they would do, a prequel or something with them. But how did they get the mask?
It had to have been in it had to have been with his
in an
files
evidence
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the hell those two bloggers got it though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It's really? They just gave it to you?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But it's forgivable.
Yeah.
But, Danny McBride is awesome. He helped out with the film. He did a really good job. You could tell that a lot of the comedy in it was,
oh yeah,
helped by him.
Oh yeah, whenever there was something funny happening or a joke,
I could hear it. In his voice, yeah, and hear it coming out of his mouth. Especially if you're fans of HBO shows like Eastbound and Down or Vice Principals. Hell, he was hilarious as himself, and this is the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was great, and I think he did a really good job. I was shocked at the twist. It was that little twist with his doctor.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. How he basically wanted to become Michael, I guess, or. I
was sitting in the theater. Yeah. I was he was going near the body. I was he's gonna wake up and kill him. He said, nope. Nope. The doctor ended up killing the cop. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that is the blonde cop from the first, mainly the second one, but the second one.
Well, also a little. I don't know if you would really want to call it an Easter egg or a cameo, or it's just a coincidence that he was in it. Another kind of horror icon that was in this, and he reprised a similar role to what he played in this, is the cop from Scream.
And didn't we already figure out that it really was him, the actor?
Yeah, it is him.
Oh yeah, I think I looked it up too. Yeah, it's him, and he played the sheriff in Scream. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he played other things too. But I was like, oh my god. But I felt so bad for him because he was he was awesome and he got killed. Mm-hmm. But Laurie booby trapped the hell out of her house. Mm-hmm. And she was a badass. Oh, I have to say, you could tell she's had some training.
I mean, ever since apparently in this universe, ever since what happened to her in the first one, she's basically been hell bent on Michael, and has been preparing herself, and she built a house out in the middle of nowhere, and set it up with all this security and everything to prepare for it.
Yeah, and for an older lady, she's pretty buff too.
Oh yeah. Well, because for the same reason, she prepared. She wanted to be ready to do this.
You notice her hair looked exactly the same but gray.
Yep.
As it did. You know, I'm the weird person who liked Halloween H2O.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it kind of reminded me of, like, that, but her being more badass.
I still wish, and another, not really huge spoiler, but a little spoiler, when they were at the, at dinner, and she came in, and, like, she took, like, a pretty big sip, but, like, not fully finished her wine. I wish they would have had her, like, fully finish and, like, ask for another one, like she did in,
Halloween H2O,
yeah.
She was drunk in Halloween H2O.
That would have been a good little homage.
We had Halloween 20 years later, now we have Halloween 40 years later, and 20 years later didn't exist. Poor Jamie. Poor little Jamie Lloyd. That doesn't exist anymore, but that's okay. I really like...
So, do you think there's any chance that they're gonna do another one and bring him back somehow?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have seen him get... I mean, even though it doesn't exist anymore, we have seen him get burnt before.
To a crisp.
Yeah.
But that was because apparently he was superhuman.
True. Whereas in this, he's not.
But remember the rule in Scream.
What?
Only the killer is superhuman. So technically, internally, he could be superhuman. But not in the supernatural way that we're pursuing. So, you know what I'm saying?
But he's still technically strong enough to survive getting burnt and everything.
Oh, yeah. Totally. But, is there anything else you would like to add?
Not distinctly. I mean, just, it was very good and had a lot of, references to the original. Like, they had, her granddaughter in class, and I think it was actually the same lady who was voicing the teacher. It sounded like her.
Mm-mm.
No?
No, it was a lady who played, Linda in, it was the lady who played Linda in the first Halloween, the Totally chick.
Oh, okay. But she
teacher.
sounded exactly like the voice actor who did the teacher from the original.
Oh, yeah, she definitely did. And it looked like the same exact classroom.
Yeah, and, like, she looks out the window, instead of seeing Michael, she sees Laurie.
Exactly. Which is a really good Easter egg. Also, they had the song that was playing at the beginning of the first Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Black Cats and Goblins on Halloween. Remember that?
Yeah.
They had it in the film.
Yeah, they did have them.
Some kids were, like, chanting it while they were trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And, I also like the how they showed the Silver Shamrock mask from Halloween 3.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yeah, they put a lot of Easter eggs in for the fans of the originals.
And also Halloween 2, remember at the beginning when Michael Myers went into that old couple's house and stole
he stole their knife.
Instead of stealing the knife, he killed the old lady this time.
And then killed the old lady with a hammer, and then proceeded to steal the knife.
While she was cutting up a ham. Got blood all over the ham.
Is it messed up if I think it would have been, like, it would have made Michael so much darker if he actually killed that baby?
Ooh, yeah. He already killed a small child. Why not?
Exactly.
Why not stop there?
Yeah, why stop there?
Yeah.
Kill an infant.
Yeah. That would have been disturbing, and, like, I'm pretty sure people would have walked out of the theater. Because, you know, like, this day and age.
Yeah.
PC and everything. Yeah. Nothing's as it was in the 90s. Or the 80s, for that matter. Alright, but, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it.
You want to do our rating and wrap up?
Yeah, let's do a rating. I have to give it a 5.
Oh, God, it breaks my scale. I'm sorry. This is against the rules, but I'm giving it a 10.
That's perfectly fine.
I loved it. I'm buying it when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
I have to.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, it was a great... I mean, I'm still a little disappointed and confused as to how at least 2 doesn't exist.
I would like to think it still does in my own little head. My own little brain.
But yeah, all in all, as a movie in and of itself, it was very, very good.
Yeah, definitely go check it out if you haven't. And if you did, go watch it again, because it's actually worth the money, in my opinion. I thought it was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Took almost half my paycheck going up to see it. But
well, not just that, but other things as well.
True story. But I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Alright, until next Halloween, and we'll be back next week.
Yep.
We'll be reviewing Don't Breathe and Cult of Chucky.
Yep. See you guys next week.